All right, let's talk about three little words that can totally change the game for your English fluency. I'm serious. These are the words that help you go from just speaking English to actually sounding like a natural. So, let's dive right in.
Okay, let's hear them. Would, should, could. Yeah, they sound super similar, right? It's so easy to mix them up. And hey, if you've ever found yourself pausing, wondering which one to use, you are definitely not alone. This is one of the most common hurdles for English learners.
But here's the secret, the little trick that changes everything. Think of these words as having their own personalities. Seriously, once you get the vibe or the feeling of each one, you'll just know which one to use. You'll stop translating in your head and just speak. And that is exactly what we're going to do today.
So here's our game plan. We're going to break down each word one by one. Then we'll see how they play together. And at the end, I'll give you a super simple practice plan to make this all second nature. All right, first up, could. I want you to imagine could as like a very polite friend who just gently opens doors for you. It's not pushy, it's not demanding, it just shows you what's possible. So yeah, its personality is polite, possible, and gentle. The whole idea is just to open up options and show respect. It's a really thoughtful, considerate word.
So, could basically has three main jobs, three things it's really good at. We use it for talking about something you were able to do in the past, for suggesting possibilities right now, and for making super polite requests. Let's check them out.
Okay, first up, past ability. When I was younger, I could run much faster. See, it's all about something you were able to do back then. It's basically the past version of can when you're talking about an ability.
Now for present possibility. We could go out tonight, or we could stay in. Hear how gentle that sounds? You're not telling anyone what to do. You're just putting an option on the table. It's a really nice, no-pressure way to make a suggestion.
And this is a great example of how could makes you sound more fluent. You can say, can I ask a question? It's fine, it's direct. But listen to this. Could I ask a question? It's just softer, right? It adds this little layer of politeness and respect that really makes a big difference.
Okay, let's move on to our next word, should. Now, if could is the one opening all the doors of possibility, should is the one that kind of points and says, hey, that one's probably the best one to walk through. It's our word for advice and guidance.
Should has a really helpful, responsible personality. It's not a bossy command, not at all. It's more like a friendly suggestion about the best or right thing to do. It's like your internal compass pointing you in the right direction.
And you will hear should absolutely everywhere. People use it constantly for giving advice, talking about what's expected, and even for looking back on the past with a little bit of regret.
Here's the classic use case, giving advice. You should try this restaurant. The food is amazing. You're not forcing them, right? You're just sharing a great tip. It's like saying, hey, trust me on this one. It's a good idea. Totally helpful, totally positive.
And then there's regret. When we add have after it, should have, it's all about looking back. I should have studied more for the exam. It's that feeling of, man, I wish I'd done things differently. It's a super common, really human expression.
All right, time for our final word, and it's a big one, would. I kind of think of would as the dreamer of the group. It's all about imagination, hypotheticals, and, just like could, being really, really polite. So its personality is definitely dreamy, it's polite, and it's intentional. What would does is it creates a little bit of space from what's real right now. It lets us step into a world of imagination to talk about what we want, what we wish for, all the what if.
So, the big uses for would are imaginary situations, making super polite offers and requests, and also talking about things we used to do regularly in the past. Let's see it in action. Okay, check this out. If I had more time, I would travel the world. That little word, if, is your signal. It's like a magic key that unlocks an imaginary world. I don't actually have the time, but I'm imagining. I'm dreaming about what I do in that different reality.
And here's would being incredibly polite. Would you like some coffee? Think about the alternative. Do you want coffee? That's fine, it's direct. But would you like is so much warmer, isn't it? It puts the focus entirely on what the other person desires. It's just a classier, more respectful way to ask.
Okay, so we've met each word, we know their personalities. Now for the fun part. Let's put them all together in one single scenario to really see how they're different. This is where the light bulb really goes on.
So the situation is simple. It's raining outside. Look at this. With could, we get a possibility.
we could watch a movie. With should, we get advice. We should take an umbrella. And with would, we get imagination. I would go for a walk if it weren't raining. See that? Possibility, advice, imagination. Bam, bam, bam. All with one little word change.
So, the big question is, how do you actually get this into your brain so it's automatic? Well, the answer isn't to go memorize a bunch of grammar rules. No way. It's all about building a simple, new habit.
And I've got a super easy 3-step plan for you. Number 1, just listen. Start noticing these words when you're watching movies or listening to music. You'll hear them everywhere. Number 2, practice a little bit. Just try to make one sentence a day with each word. Super simple. And number 3, and this is the most important, remember the goal is to connect with people, not to be perfect. Don't stress.
Because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Real fluency isn't about memorizing a textbook. It's about understanding the feeling behind the words you choose. When you speak, ask yourself, am I opening a door with could? Am I giving helpful advice with should? Or am I sharing a dream with would? When you start thinking like that, well, that is the real secret to sounding completely fluent.